Are you getting sick of weak arm days, or even worse, are you getting sick of weak, overcomplicated arm days? Well, if you are, this video is for you. What is up, it's your boy Jonni Shrivai, BB Pro Metallic it is. Today, guys, I'm gonna bring you through an arm day that you guys can do, copy this template and do over and over and over again. Okay, so here's the best way I suggest when you're plotting out training your arm. And I wanna mean arms, I'm meaning the entire arm, bis, tris, and forearms. Here's how you do it. You can do it in a flip-flop fashion, meaning you're gonna train your triceps and biceps and triceps and biceps and forearms, or you can do biceps, triceps, and then forearms. Now, when it comes to exercise, and the way to plot it out would be this. For bicep exercises, you're gonna do one exercise with arms in front and one exercise with arms behind. So one in front of the torso and one behind the torso. When you're doing triceps, you're gonna do an exercise with your arms in front of your torso, and then you're gonna do an exercise with your arms above your head or behind your torso as well too. And then you're gonna train your forearms last. Now, you can do 2 exercises for forearms if one of your bicep exercises is not a reverse curl or a hammer curl, because when you train reverse curls, you're training this part of your forearm, the brachioradialis, same as with a hammer grip. Now, if you don't do any of those 2, then you will have to do an exercise where you're gonna do something like this, or one of your forearm exercises can be a reverse curl or a hammer curl, and then your other forearm exercise will be a wrist curl. So suggestions for you, I like doing incline dumbbell bicep curl. Now, if you don't wanna do this, you can do incline cable bicep curls if you want to. Or you can do the exact same exercise, but instead of sitting down, you can do it standing up. Super simple. I'm gonna do my first set to failure. Sitting myself back, right on like a 45-degree angle on the bench. And again, when we're doing this, you don't have to be on a crazy incline. This is good enough. I'm getting a massive stretch right here. This is fine. Any lower, and it's gonna start putting stress on my shoulders. Any higher, and we might as well just kind of stand up. Don't shove your arms out. Let them naturally fall to the side. Get your chest back. You can't have your head up or down, doesn't really matter. What matters most is that we keep ourselves in this position like this, and then we curl. Now, if you wanna do these one at a time, you can do that, it's completely fine. I'm gonna do them at the same time. Stretch to the bottom, 2. Stretch to the bottom, 3. 4. 5. 'Almost 14. That's it to failure. I'm gonna rest 60 seconds to 2 minutes. If I'm feeling cool before the 2 minutes, fully rested, jump right back into the set. I'm gonna do all my 3 hard sets here, and then I'm gonna go and do all my hard sets for the next workout, which will be triceps. When it comes to any exercise we're doing, we're specifically talking about biceps and triceps. Make sure that we keep the wrist neutral. I see sometimes that people are doing bicep curls, they end up curling the wrist at the top, or if they're doing tricep exercises, the wrist end up doing this at the bottom. All that's gonna do is cause more strain on your forearm, or it's gonna overwork your forearm when you don't need to, and it's gonna take away from your bis and tris when you're trying to max out your Okay, so next exercise, guys, I'm gonna do overhead tricep extension with the easy bar. Setting this up, guys, super simple. Just lift it up to like mid-torso height. Right? So when you're setting yourself up and getting underneath this thing, you're not pulling it from like the bottom and doing all this shit, and then when you're finished, you gotta do the same thing all the way back. Just go like this, bam, watch this. Boom, done. See how much stretch I'm getting? Stretch, right? And then all I gotta do is this. And I'm done. And we're from here, again, pressing up, and we're gonna try to do our best to make sure that our mid-trap keeps our shoulders down. You don't wanna get to that top rep, and then you're pushing your traps into your neck. Keep your shoulders down. Now you can do anything overhead, seated overhead dumbbells, seated overhead cables, lying easy bar skull crushers with your arms like this. You can do anything you want to do overhead that's gonna give you your best bang for your gut buck in terms of you able to feel the exercise and be able to actually do the exercise itself.
Guess that's why they're broken, you're so baby.
Rest 60 seconds to 2 minutes. If you feel rested before that 2 minutes, get right back into your set. Next exercise. And now we're gonna do all the exercises with the arms in front of the torso. Let's go. So for me, guys, I'm gonna do hammer curls because I love doing hammer curls. And then at the end, when I do forearms, I'm gonna do one exercise. That's what I'm going to do. Now, again, you can do another exercise, anything you want with your hands in front of your body, your arms in front of your torso, and then do 2 exercises for forearms if you don't do anything that's going to hit your brachioradialis. Now for me, I'm going to do 1 arm at a time, not alternating, but if you want to alternate, you can alternate if you want to. Do what you want to do, boo-boo, just make sure it makes sense. So, I'm gonna do my first set. I like curling them inside. It gives me a little bit more control for my bicep, for my forearm when I'm curling, and it's a little easier because, again, you're pulling yourself in, you get a little bit of the chest to help you stabilize. And make sure that we keep our forearm straight.
Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy wings up. Guess that's why they're broken, you're so baby.
In Brooklyn. Think Gators, my Detroit players. Pack it, I said who want it? You got it, nigga flaunt it. That bullshit, we on
it. Now we're at our tricep exercise with arms in front of the torso. The world is literally your oyster. You can do whatever you want, guys. You can do tricep extensions with the rope, with the easy bar, with the V bar, with whatever handle you want. What matters is that you take your first set to failure, then your next sets after that will be 1 to 2 reps from failure, and that is it. When do I change things up? Do it like this. Check it out. Treat your exercises like your favorite song and play it until you get sick of it, and then get your next favorite song to play, and play that one until you get sick of it as well too, and then go back to the drawing board. That's all you gotta do. All right. When I say failure, guys, I mean go to failure till you have nothing left, right? Do some partials at the end, it's completely fine. If you reach your max amount of reps and you have like maybe 3 or 4 partials in there, go do them, 100%. Max them out. So you've emptied the tank that first set, and you know what emptying the tank feels like. So when you go from 1 to 2 reps from failure for the next sets, you know exactly what to measure it up to. Last thing I do is train forearms. So I'm gonna pick a forearm exercise that I like the most because I hardly train forearms. I'm really just doing this for this video because I hardly train forearms. And that's how you can tell genetics play a massive role when it comes to the muscle development. I can count how many times I've trained forearms. I can count how many times I've trained calves, dead serious. And I hardly train them and they grow, lucky me. But for those who don't, I gotta demonstrate. So this is what I'm gonna do. I did a forearm type exercise. I'm gonna do some wrist curls. I'm gonna do it with a cable. Super simple, watch this. Probably the most easiest way to train forearms, cable. I got a straight bar and the cable at the bottom. I walk back slightly like this. I'm gonna let my wrists, my fingers basically uncurl and keep my hands basically like this. They're gonna go all the way from here, then they're gonna curl in, make a fist, and they're gonna curl. They're gonna come all the way back out to here. So we're getting the entire wrist to curl. Bam, bam, or something like that. Holy. And that is it, guys. A quick, easy way of how to put together an arm day without overthinking and getting the work done. Fill that application and get on a 50-minute video call with me, and we will go over your goals to see what we can achieve together. Guys, head over to bluestarnutraceuticals.com, use my code Jonni for 10% off Blue Star Nutraceuticals. And guys, head to my site as well too, JonniShreve.com, for all things one-time plans, training splits, ebooks, video consults, and more. And you guys, you know how it is. And you guys, until next time, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron, progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.